According to BleacherReport.com, Hall of Famer Luke Robitaille would tape his sticks black and white before each and every game. I actually have the same superstition, which is kind of funny. The purpose of this speech is to demonstrate to all of you how to tape a hockey stick properly. First, I will discuss the parts of a stick, then I will discuss how to tape it heel to toe, and finally I will discuss how to tape a stick blade face style. One of my friends has another superstition. His freshman year, he plays for the Division III college team. He would bring his sticks to class with him. They were his children. Now, I will discuss the parts of a stick. I'm going to use my stick. This part up to here is known as the shaft. This is your knob. This is where your non-dominant hand will hold it. Your dominant hand, which is my left hand, goes towards the bottom, and you would hold it exactly like this. This part is known as your blade. Here is the toe of your blade, and here is the heel. And there are two different kinds of curves. My stick has a left-handed curve, and my brother's stick has a right-handed curve. His stick's actually broken right now. Now that I've discussed the parts of the blade, I will discuss how to tape a stick from heel to toe. According to blog.icewarehouse.com, there is no correct way to tape a stick. It is all personal preference, and they say when you tape a stick from heel to toe, it's best to wrap a small piece, just maybe 3 inches in, down the stick around the toe to create some support. And then you make sure it's all pressed down, nice and even, and you start down at the heel. And you evenly wrap it around, spacing it out, back and forth, around the blade until you reach the toe, basically. And there are many different colors of tape. As you can see right now, I'm using blue tape. But there's also black and white. Black tape actually is used more for forward players, offensive players, because they are the main ones taking the shots, and it makes it harder for the opposing goalie to differentiate the puck from your stick. Defensive players will use white tape more often than not, so that way it's harder for people to tell the ice from your stick. And now, this is a completed heel to toe tape. It's not very good, but and there's little pockets on the sides. Some players will cut those off. Some sites say to keep them on for purposes of helping graft the puck. Now that I have taught you how to tape a stick from heel to toe, I will discuss how to tape a stick blade face style. When taping blade face style, they recommend to tape it from about this spot, a little before the toe, down to the heel. And they recommend to tape the bottom of the stick before you go wrapping it around for more support purposes. They also say to do this if you're going to play outdoor hockey or pond hockey, just so that way the bottom of your blade doesn't get scratched up like this one did, which is why I can't remove the tape from it. Another fun fact from BleacherReport.com. Wayne Gretzky, hockey legend, everyone pretty much knows who he is. In between each and every period of every game he has played, he'd go into the locker room and drink the same beverages every time. He would start with a Diet Coke, followed by an ice water, then followed by a Gatorade, then followed by another Diet Coke. And then he'd go back out on the ice and do the legendary things that he has done. Same thing with this style of taping. You want to make sure it's evenly spread out and it's nice and even. When I was first learning to tape my stick, it took me about 2 minutes. And now, depending on how big of a rush I am, I can do it in like 30 seconds. For the purpose of this speech, I've majorly slowed it down. When, after you finish taping your stick, most people will take a puck and run it down the sides just to make sure it sticks to the stick accurately and doesn't come undone. A lot of people will follow taping the stick with some wax to prevent the moisture from getting in and ruining the blade. Patrick Roy, who is a goalie currently in the Hall of Fame, would talk to the goalposts during games because they were his friends and they helped him out a lot. So that's another fun fact. In conclusion, according to icehockey.icesport.com, the majority of hockey players do their own tape jobs because they're very particular about how it's done. I've had kids come up to me and ask me to do theirs because they like the way I get it done. But taping your own stick is like lacing up your own skates. Everyone does it a certain way, and there's no correct way to do it as long as it's done how you like it. I encourage you all to learn how to tape sticks and eventually play hockey. That's where I'm going.